Welcome to Tales of Honor, a podcast with a mission to tell the true stories of every recipient of our nation's highest military award, the Medal of Honor. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Tales of Honor podcast. This is episode number 627, and I don't have any birthdays to go over today. One quick note here for the episode today. The citation reading comes from the live ceremony that took place in 1969, so there's a little bit of a reverb. It's not on my end. It was on the original recording end because the ceremony took place outside, so just stick with it. I promise you it's worth it. So that's the only note I have for today. So without any further ado, no birthdays, no other news to get into, let's get into today's Tale of Honor. Frederick was born on the 18th of August, 1939 in Pilot Point, Texas, and after graduating high school, he enlisted in the Navy in 1958, not wanting to go to college. He wasn't sure what he wanted to do with his life and had been taking private flying lessons. He got his private pilot's license and took jobs flying skydivers and some charter work while at Deer Valley Airport, where he one day got to ride in a helicopter. This fascinated him, and he then joined the U.S. Army's Warrant Officer program. Frederick deployed to the Republic of Vietnam in 1967, and it was his actions with Company C, 227th Aviation Battalion, 1st Cavalry Division Air Mobile, that would later earn him the Medal of Honor. The citation reads,
"For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity in action, at the risk of his life, above and beyond the call of duty. Chief Warrant Officer Frederick E. Ferguson distinguished himself by conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity while serving with Company C, 227th Aviation Battalion, 1st Cavalry Division Air Mobile at Hue, Republic of Vietnam. On January 31st, 1968, Chief Warrant Officer Ferguson, commander of a resupply helicopter, monitoring an emergency call from wounded passengers and crewmen of a downed helicopter under heavy attack within the enemy-controlled city of Hue, unhesitatingly volunteered to attempt evacuation. Despite warnings for all aircraft to stay clear of the area due to heavy anti-aircraft fire, Chief Warrant Officer Ferguson began a low-level flight at maximum airspeed along the Perfume River toward the tiny, isolated South Vietnamese Army compound in which the crash survivors had taken refuge. Coolly and skillfully maintaining his course in the face of intense, short-range fire from enemy-occupied buildings and boats, he displayed superior flying skill and tenacity of purpose by landing his aircraft in an extremely confined area in a blinding dust cloud under heavy mortar and small arms fire. Although the helicopter was severely damaged by mortar fragments during the loading of the wounded, Chief Warrant Officer Ferguson disregarded the damage and, taking off through the continuing hail of mortar fire, he flew his crippled aircraft on the return route through the rain of fire that he had experienced earlier, and safely returned his wounded passengers to friendly control. Chief Warrant Officer Ferguson's extraordinary gallantry, determination, and intrepidity saved the lives of 5 of his comrades. His actions are in the highest traditions of the military service and reflect great credit on himself and the United States Army.
Frederick received the Medal of Honor the following year on the 17th of May, 1969, from President Nixon in a ceremony on the South Lawn of the White House. He remained in the Army, eventually serving in the Arizona Army National Guard, reaching the rank of major, and then switching back to being a warrant officer in order to continue instructing with the UH-1 helicopter. Frederick retired in 1982 after 24 years of service and went to work with the Arizona Department of Veterans Services, where he served as the deputy director. Frederick Edgar Ferguson is 83 years old as of this recording. And that was a Tale of Honor. Thank you for listening to Tales of Honor, and if you enjoyed the show, please be sure to subscribe and tell your friends and family. Tales of Honor is written and produced by Christoph Ambrosch, and theme music is Loyalty and Duty by Floruz Music. If you have any questions, you can send an email to talesofhonorpodcast@gmail.com, and please be sure to visit talesofhonorpodcast.com for more episodes and information.